Do you remember that time when social media was awesome? I mean, you'd put something out online and then people would see it and they'd comment, and there would be whole communities showing up around the ideas that we're all mutually sharing. Those times are dead. It really took me a little while to quite realize exactly how bad Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even how bad they have become. And it wasn't until I saw this video by Hank Green called "Why TikTok Sucks" that really made me rethink my entire relationship with social media as somebody who tries to get the word out about the various projects that I'm involved in. That's because his advice didn't only pertain to TikTok, but to every social media platform out there. More importantly, about the very structures of social media in the world. He made this really critical distinction that lets you evaluate social media platforms by the underlying economics that make them run and make these companies worth billions of dollars around the world. To summarize his main point, TikTok monetizes its feed, while YouTube monetizes its videos. And that is critical. This means that TikTok, but also Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, monetize the action of scrolling through the content on your phone. You know, as that feed moves, it has the opportunity to place an ad that you can watch, and then, somehow that company makes money every time you see that ad. On the other hand, YouTube runs ads directly into the videos that it shows. This means that YouTube makes money off your content, not off the act of looking for content. In fact, those other platforms probably view the things that you put on their platforms as obstacles to their ability to make money. Now, I don't really have a significant following on any social media, let's be honest. But I did spend a lot of time over the last few years building up my feed on Instagram. I figured that it was a good way to just get the word out about the things I do and just stay in touch with people and maybe start some interesting conversations every now and then. The idea at that point in my life was that if you had a large number of followers on Instagram, that would translate somehow directly in when I put something onto my feed, those followers would have a chance of seeing it. Unfortunately, that's not really how things went. In fact, the algorithms as they exist right now means that some of the people who are closest to me, I never see their content. I can even mark them as like, you are my best friend, or you are my wife, my actual wife. I never see her stuff. Why is it the platform telling me what I can see and what I cannot see? Well, it's because maybe they think you're going to linger, or I'm going to linger on my wife's content too long and not actually engage with the act of doom scrolling, which happens to be the way they make money. But platforms have been getting a lot worse lately. In part, this is because of Facebook's pivot to this weird thing called the metaverse, which is like Second Life, but apparently worse. Joe Scott has a great video about the metaverse, and I'm just going to let him tell it, so go over there and watch his video. But the other thing that happened is Apple changed its privacy settings so that Facebook couldn't just like suck up all of the data and every little living action that you take in your day, which plummeted Facebook's stock price. I mean, they went down 26% in one day, and they're still sort of, tanking. And right after that happened, something really strange happened on my feed. All of a sudden, an app that was already pretty bad got like significantly worse. When I scroll through Instagram right now, 70% of what I see are either suggested posts that are not from my feed, or they are direct ads that someone is paying. And I think Zuckerberg is trying to make up for the fact that, he lost one revenue stream and is trying to build another. But that makes me, as a Instagram user, like so much less incentivized to actually look at what's going on because I'm not seeing the people that I'm trying to follow. And as a creator, I'm screwed, right? I'm trying to put something out there, and if 70% of people's feeds are just like polluted with other stuff, they don't have a chance to see what their friends and the people they actually indicated that they wanted to follow, what they're putting up online. This means that I can't communicate with people anymore, and it's because, as Hank Green said, it's the feed that was monetized. Now, with YouTube, it's a whole different world, right? If you maybe an ad played somewhere in this video. I don't control that. They just sort of happen, I guess. But when the ad plays, that means that Google gets like a cent or a hundredth of a cent or whatever it is that they make. And that means that they have a constant reason to keep promoting your content, not only in YouTube, but also in Google in general. And whereas on places like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and those places, what your incentive is just to constantly churn out new content and never look backwards at stuff that you maybe put in a lot of effort to. Like that only has like a second that it gets to exist on the internet before it's gone forever. Well, on YouTube, things stick around. Like, a video, maybe if you look down here and I have like 4 views, and by thank you, you 4 people who are there. It's so great that you're looking at me right now. But maybe I have like 4 views, but in like a year, maybe someone's going to look at this and like, oh my God, and it could blow up. And that is the magic of YouTube. It is this evergreen content. So instead of like running on a treadmill like a gerbil, YouTube gives me and you another way of communicating with the world. And so maybe this is also another way or another reason to think about the sorts of social media platforms where you spend your time. I mean, they want your attention, right? But why are you giving your attention? And what are you getting out of that experience? As a consumer, if you're being fed ads and you're not getting the feedback of the stuff that you actually want to look at, you're eventually going to leave that platform. That's just economics. That's just the way we work as humans. And as a creator, you want to put stuff out that gets watched. And that's why I'm over here at YouTube and you don't really see me quite as much on Instagram anymore. And should I or you or anyone consider a new social media platform, we have to think about the structure of that platform because things can go off the rails really, really quickly. A shared interest in the monetization of the platform makes it structurally more sound over the long term. It means that platform is not going to have to invent a business model later. It can say, look, right now we're working with these creators as partners. And I love the fact that YouTube sees the people who put these videos up as partners. In the end, it creates an ecosystem where everyone benefits. I get to put my energy into videos that are better and more well considered, and Google gets to serve my ads. I hope, Google, are you listening? Google gets to serve my videos to people who might actually be interested in it. And so that's why, at least for the next 6 months, I'm doing an experiment. I'm going to be here on YouTube a lot more than I am on those other platforms. And I'm going to see if I can say something interesting that people want to actually listen to. If you made it this far, man, that's awesome. Thanks. And if you didn't make this far, you're not listening to me anyway, so I can say whatever I want about you. All right, now please leave a like, a comment, all of the things that the internet algorithms love. Put it in the bottom, and I'll see you, twice a week for the next 6 months. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.